In September 11th of 2001, a tragedy happened, and obviously it's a little late, but unfortunately I have school and I also have to go to work. But I decided to make this video on the fact that some people, and I mean some people, are gonna cheer this on. Some people like Hassan Piker, well, he said he has retracted and he didn't mean it when he said that America deserved 9/11. There's some people who will actually cheer this on and say that we deserved it, and I don't think we deserved it at all, because you can be a Democrat or Republican and you can acknowledge that 9/11 was a huge tragedy, and I think it is. But some people like Ilhan Omar have used very watered down terms to describe the tragedy that took place on September 11th of 2001. Now, if you're not aware, Ilhan Omar, when she was speaking at an event, I think it involved CARE. I think like CAIR, not CARE, but CAIR. When she was talking at a CARE event, she was talking about how CARE was founded after 9/11, even though that it was founded after 9/11 because they recognized that some people did something, and a lot of people were mad about that, even Democrats as well. They were furious at Ilhan Omar for a description of for her watering down such a tragic event in American history. Now, some of you might think, well, Carlos, it's just 3,000 people. But those 3,000 people had no idea what they were getting themselves into. They had no idea. Those 3,000 people that died, including the first responders, like the firefighters and the police, who responded to this tragic event, they had no idea that they would actually be going. They had no idea what they were getting into. They had no idea what was going to take place. Okay. But when Ilhan Omar watered down the descriptions of 9/11 by saying that some people did something, both sides of the aisle got pissed. They got angry, and they had every right. They had every reason to, because a lot of families got affected. A lot of families lost relatives. A lot of people, are still mourning the deaths of these people to this day. And to say something like 9/11 is some people who did something is very disrespectful. In other cases, people like Hassan Piker, well, he has said he didn't mean it. He didn't mean it the way he said it, but he said it. Hassan Piker said that that Americans deserve 9/11. And I think that's really insulting because, again, you're basically saying that the people who are mourning these deaths to this day deserved their relatives dying of such a tragic event. But now a son of one of the victims of the 9/11 attacks, is telling Omar to show respect after the controversy of what happened, of course, when she said 9/11 was just some people who did something. But so let's read the article. So let's read the article. It's from USA Today, and it reads, "Son of 9/11 victim to Ilhan Omar, show respect after controversy." During Wednesday's 9/11 Memorial and Museum ceremony in New York to honor the lives lost 18 years ago, one victim's family member had a message for freshman Congresswoman Ilhan Omar. Nicholas Harros Jr., whose mother Frances Harros, I think Harros or Harros, I'm gonna go with Harros. I apologize for mispronouncing the last name. This one I'm not gonna make any jokes in. I'm not gonna be witty. But again, I do apologize for the. Sorry, I'm getting a phone call. Sorry. But again, this one's going to be more of a serious one. I'm not going to be making any jokes. So again, if I do mispronounce the last name, I do apologize with with the most sincerity. So, but I'm going to pronounce it as Harros. So I think that's how you pronounce it. So Nicholas Harros Jr., whose mother Frances Harros was killed in the World Trade Center at age 76, wore a black t-shirt with the words "Some people did something" as he read a list of victims' names, including his mother's. Today I am here to respond to you exactly who did what to whom. Madam, objectively speaking, we know who and what was done, Harros Jr. said on Wednesday. There is no uncertainty about that. Why your confusion? Harros Jr.'s comments as a reference to the controversial statement made by the Minnesota representative, who said while speaking about the Muslim community's resilience in the face of discrimination that CARE, in this case the Council of American Islamic Relations, was founded after 9/11 because they recognized that some people did something and that all of us were starting to lose access to our civil liberties. Again, the only thing I'm going to say about this is that CARE was not founded after 9/11. It was actually existing before 9/11. But again, I'm going to continue anyways. So obviously the C-SPAN tweet just says exactly what I just read. So it says some people did something, said a freshman congresswoman from Minnesota. Today I'm here to respond to you exactly who did what to whom. Omar's comments sparked instant outrage by conservatives who accused her of belittling the historic tragedy. The historic tragedy. Others argued her comments were taken out of context to unfairly attack her, and they were not taken out of context. They were not. If you see the whole speech, she did not say anything out of context. They were not. It was not a smear campaign at all. In response to Harrell's Jr.'s comments, Omar's office sent USA Today comments the Congresswoman has previously made clarifying her statement. In my speech, I was talking about our civil liberties as Muslims were being eroded after the horrific attacks of 9/11. I think there is a particular bias and a certain lens that people critique the words I use, and that is not a bias or a lens that I can get rid of with one answer, with one conversation. To some people, it is easy for them not to think of me as an American, as someone who would not have the same feelings as they did as we were being attacked on American soil. Omar continued, and that is really the essence of the conversation I was having. We felt the attack. We were attacked, and this is a tweet from Omar from today. September 11th was an attack on all of us. We will never forget the thousands of Americans who lost their lives in the largest terror attack on U.S. soil. I will continue to fight to make sure we care for the first responders and families who lost loved ones. Hashtag never forget. President Donald Trump came after Omar hard for her comments, posting a video on Twitter of 9/11 footage juxtaposed with Omar's comments. Omar also said she received an increased number of death threats following the president's tweet. On that day, 19 Islamic terrorist members of Al-Qaeda killed over 3,000 people and caused billions of dollars in economic damage. Is that clear? Harrell's Jr. said. Man, he really hit the nail on the coffin there. I think that's really blunt and to the point. I applaud you, sir. He continued. But as to whom I was attacked. Your relatives and friends were attacked. Our constitutional freedoms were attacked. And our nation's founding on Judeo-Christian principles were attacked. That's what some people did. You got that now? We are here today, Congresswoman, to tell you that the squad to tell you and the squad just who did what to whom. Show respect in honoring them. Please. American patriotism and your position demand it. For God and country, amen, Harrells Jr. said. Last year, while reading the names of the September 11th commemoration, Harrells Jr. asked politicians to stop using the bones and ashes for our loved ones as props in your political theater. The events of 9/11 were life-changing, life-altering for all of us. I mean, this was, I think, one of the most horrific terrorist attacks that we have lived through. Omar said in a video she tweeted on Wednesday, "My feeling around it is one of complete horror." And that concludes the article. Again, you can be a Democrat or a Republican. It's not a matter of political affiliation in this one. 9/11 is a tragedy. There are going to be those who want to say 9/11 was a good thing, and I'm going to hate those people. People like Hassan Piker who bluntly say that that we deserve 9/11, and yet he says he kind of took it back, kind of. He say kind of misspoke, but I don't think he did. But the thing is that 9/11, it's a really big tragedy. There's going to be those, especially those on the far left, because usually that's usually the stereotype. It's not bashing the Democrats or liberals in general, but I'm talking about the far left. People like Antifa and all that stuff. They're gonna be those people who are going to cheer on this tragedy, and I think that those people need some medical help, or even then they need to rethink their lives, because anyone who cheers on death is not right in the head. Okay? It could be 9/11, it could be a school shooting, it doesn't matter. Anyone who cheers on the murder of innocent people is not right in the head. They're pretty messed up in the head. But let me know what you guys think about this. Do you think Harrells Jr. Was right in the sense that do you think he was? You think he nailed it? Do you think he hit the head of the nail? We're just right. He literally just, he said what he needed to say. Do you agree with what he said? Do you agree with what he said? And do you think that Ilhan Omar's comments were taken out of context when she watered down the events on 9/11 earlier this year? Let me know what you guys think about this. And the last segment is going to be about something that took place today at school. I know it's not newsworthy, but it's more to talk about, the large level of, the high level of sensitivity that most people are in today's day and age. Everything's offensive, everything's racist and all that stuff. So hopefully you guys stick around for that one. But if you cannot, again, have a good rest of the day, you guys. If any of you guys are watching this and you guys have relatives or were directly affected by the 9/11 attacks, again, hopefully you guys have a good rest of the day. And again, my condolences, but all of us suffered. But again, those who directly were affected, my condolences go out to you and your loved ones. And to Nicholas Harrells Jr., my condolences to you, to your mother, who unfortunately died in this tragedy. in this tragic event of our history, and that is why we must never forget this day. Again, some people will say, well, it's only 3,000, and I think, no, those are still 3,000 civilians who had no idea what they were getting themselves into. But, tomorrow's a new day, but like I said, we must never forget this tragedy, because this was an event that shook all of us. Democrats, liberals, Republicans, conservatives, libertarians, it shook all of us. It took us by surprise, and we were shocked that something like this happened on our soil. But again, if you guys can stick around for the next segment, I'll see you guys in a bit, and if you cannot, I'll see you guys at a later time.